You don't know that. You guys don't know the half of it, okay? My wand fell. Hi guys, what's up? It's Willa. I didn't really see you last week. Sorry about that. I've been busy with a whole bunch of stuff. But today, I thought I would do a really fun video for you guys, and that I would sort my friends, the other keepers, into Hogwarts houses. I love Harry Potter so much. It is one of my favorite things outside of Disney, so I thought that you guys would enjoy if I talked about where I think the other keepers should be sorted. I could talk about my house. But I think you get the impression. So yes, I am a proud Ravenclaw all the way. If you couldn't figure that out already, definitely me. I love to go to Wizarding World. If I'm not going to Disney, I love to go to Universal with Dell, sometimes with Charlene, and I always end up spending the most time in Wizarding World because I love Forbidden Journey, and Escape from Gringotts, and of course I love the butterbeer. Of course, one of the most iconic things about Harry Potter is the four houses: Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. If you don't know a lot about Harry Potter, Gryffindor is basically the house of the brave, Ravenclaw is the house of the smart, Slytherin is the house of the ambitious, and Hufflepuff is the house of the loyal. Now, it gets a lot more complicated than that if you do a lot of in-depth research and thinking about house traits, which I have, and it is how I based my sorting here today, but those are the basics. If you want to do more, you can look up on Harry Potter Wiki, see all the different traits of the different houses, and maybe understand why I sorted my friends there. But I'm just gonna get started. So I find myself to be a Ravenclaw because I love learning, and that is a big thing about Ravenclaws. They love learning and they value education and wisdom above all other things. If you know, reading the books that Ridley wrote, I am usually, involved with the puzzle solving when it comes to the keepers, but in general, I like to spend my free time learning. Like I said, I was into archery and swimming as a kid, still am, and that was just a learning opportunity for me. I love to learn new languages, and I love to learn about people, too. But my favorite channel is National Geographic. If I have an opportunity to learn, I'm gonna take it. That's why I consider myself a Ravenclaw. A lot of the problems we got into as the keepers, I always wanted to find a way to solve it, with knowledge and solving the puzzles, and that was my favorite way to help the keepers and defeat the overtakers rather than running from them and fighting. I liked puzzle solving. And that being said, I am also going to sort Dell into Ravenclaw. If you couldn't guess that one, Dell is a lot like me, which is why I love him. But Dell is also always focused on learning, even more than I am. I mean, half our conversations are him talking to me about, like, the latest research that he's done, or the Lego robot that he's working on, or whatever science is up to, or this new program that he just installed on his computer. I'm kidding, I love listening to it, but Dell, even more than me, is always up for finding new technologies, new ideas, and he loved implementing those whenever we were fighting the overtakers. And he got us out of so many issues because he knew so much about the rides at Disney and how the rides operated, simply because he just spent his free time looking stuff up about them. And before we started dating, a lot of times we would talk about the different trivia we knew about the rides and about Disney, and I learned so much from him, and I got to share some interesting tidbits with him too. And I still love having those conversations with him. It's one of my favorite things to do with him is just to exchange our knowledge. But Dell is definitely a Ravenclaw in that regard. So next I'm going to sort Finn, who is my best friend. And as Finn is my best friend, I feel I know him well. And I am going to sort him into Hufflepuff. Now, some people might protest with me on this. I don't even know how Finn would feel about being a Hufflepuff, but that boy is a Hufflepuff, okay? I mean, first of all, he put the rest of us above himself, like at every turn. I mean, you've read the books Redley put out. Finn was like trying to die all the time for the greater good, and Hufflepuffs value justice, and that's something I definitely see in Finn. When we were fighting the Overtakers, it wasn't about learning anything new for him, and it wasn't about bettering himself. It was about what was right. It was completely about saving Disney for him, and ending the Overtakers, because he just believed that was the right thing to do. And knowing Finn, I know he would have done anything at any cost to stop them. Finn is also just a really, really caring person. He's always been there for me if I need to talk, if I'm upset about something, maybe sometimes if I have a fight with Dell. Oops. I can always turn to Finn. And he's kind of like that for all of us. He cares about Amanda so much, and I just think Finn is a Hufflepuff because of his dedication to us, and he never puts himself first. And he always put us first, or Disney first, but whatever he put first, it was for the greater good or a sense of justice, and that definitely makes me believe that Finn Whitman is a Hufflepuff. Next, I have my other dear best friend, Charlene, and I think Charlene is a Gryffindor. Charlie has always been super brave, and she's always valued bravery. Whenever we were fighting together, she wanted to be the first one to do things. She wanted to prove to me that she could do these things. And that's a very Gryffindor kind of idea to me. But Charlene was always willing to throw herself on the front line when we were battling the Overtakers, kind of for different reasons than Finn. Charlene was just doing it because she just really was that brave, and I always really admired her for that. Charlene is brave in a lot of situations outside of just fighting the Overtakers. I don't think it's my place to talk about it on here, but we've had some conversations, and Charlie is so brave, and I definitely think she's a Gryffindor. So next, I have Terry. And I honestly think, even though he'd probably fight me on it, that Terry is a Ravenclaw. He is so into art. You guys, he's an amazing artist, and creativity is a big part of being a Ravenclaw. Creative people are usually Ravenclaws, very creative people, and Terry is so creative. I mean, he doesn't talk about it a lot, but you have to see some of the art he creates, you guys. It's insane. It's incredible. It wows all of us all of the time. And he loves his art so much, and I'm always astounded by, like, the passion that he has for it. And I definitely see him as a Ravenclaw in that way because of that. And of course, I have Amanda and Jess, and to me, they are both Slytherins. A big thing about Slytherins is that they protect the people that they love first. They put themselves first, and they put the people that they love first, too. And that's definitely something I see in Amanda and Jess. Their dedication to each other is incredible and reaches the level that I don't know if I could have with just anyone. They will always put each other first. They will always do anything to protect each other, and I noticed this right from the beginning with Amanda. You know, when we were 13 and Jess went missing and we were searching through Animal Kingdom, Amanda was so worried about her, and I could see how worried she was. And I started to really admire Amanda at that point, and really know I would really like her as a friend and a person, because I admired her dedication to Jess so much. Whenever Amanda is in danger, whenever Jess is in danger, I see the other one, like, always, like, completely on the defensive, having their best fighting face on to save the other one. I also really admire them because of how much they've gone through, how much adversity they've gone through, and just looking out for themselves and looking out for each other. They've gone through so much, and those are very admirable traits to me. Don't get me wrong, even though Slytherins are evil in the books and there are evil Slytherins, I admire Slytherins. Slytherins can be very admirable people because their traits can help them do very admirable things, like Amanda and Jess that I'm talking about now. And Amanda's dedication to Finn, I'm not even gonna get, you know what, I'm not even gonna get into the two of them because I would probably just be like vomiting. You guys don't know the half of it, okay? You think it's bad what Ridley writes in the books? You don't have to live with them every day. I mean, I'm not living with them, but you get the idea. You don't have to hang out with them all the time. And Finn is my best friend. I talk to Finn all the time. The amount that this boy talks about his girlfriend is just... Okay, alright. It's that. They're those people. But Amanda definitely did a lot to protect Finn. From what I understand, when we were in 1955, she was fighting very hard to protect Finn. And when Finn almost died in 1955, I mean... none of us could even go near Amanda. She wouldn't even accept that. And I admire that, and I hope I would be able to do that if something happened to Dell, but I hope I wouldn't have to, because I hope nothing would happen to Dell. That I do not wish that. Because I don't know how Amanda deals with it. Because I can't even imagine. So yes, Amanda and Jess Slytherins, and in very, very admirable ways. So that's it. I sorted my friends into the different houses. If you think any of my friends belong in different houses, let me know in the comments below. I'm probably not going to agree with you because, you know, you read about them in the books and they're my friends. But I'd love to hear your opinion on that. Also, for next week's video, I want to do a Q&K because I haven't in a while. So if you have a question for me that you'd like me to answer, if you want to know anything about me or my life or the Keepers or my opinions on things, go ahead and drop a question in the comments below, or you can also leave a question on my Instagram page, which is at willow_tree_Angelo. And I will answer as many of those questions that I can in next week's video, and I'm looking forward to hearing your questions. So remember, if you like this video, you can like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can hear more from me and the other Keepers every week. You can also follow us on Instagram at children.of.light and keep updated on all of our videos when they go live. And we also go on Instagram Live a lot and just do chats with you guys. So if you want to keep up with the Keepers, go follow at Children of Light. That's it. I'll see you next time, Keepers. Bye!